Hey guys, and welcome to this video where I want to deal with an introduction to this concept of funnels, online marketing funnels, okay? It's another one of those kind of vague terminologies that is kind of confusing when you start in, but once you know the logic behind it and how a funnel really works, it's very easy then to start building upon that concept and adding new features and functionalities to even the most basic of funnel systems. So, first of all, what I want to do is just show you, for instance, in the email marketing world, what a funnel is. Bearing in mind at all times, most of online marketing strategy is related to two words. It's to do with driving traffic and eliciting conversion. So traffic and conversion. Now, within a funnel system related to email marketing, here's the way it would work. You would have what we call a squeeze page, okay? Just a page either on your website or off to the side or on a standalone piece of software that's live on the web. And the squeeze page normally has the function of just collecting an email address. So it normally has, you know, some sort of information like a call to action button. Now, this is the entry point to for the funnel, okay? When the traffic is generated through, could be through Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube, organic, whatever it is, it comes in to this funnel. Now, when it starts out, say you generate 1,000 visitors, you know, in terms of traffic, 1,000 visitors to this page on the web, either through ads or organic, you start out with 1,000 people entering your funnel. Now, by the nature of things, a number of them are going to just opt out. Maybe they click the page by mistake or the link by mistake. Maybe they're just not that interested. Maybe they don't like what they see automatically on the website. So you'll probably lose a number out the top of the funnel, okay? So 1,000 come in, okay? Say you lose 300 out of that 1,000. So you get left with 700 people really reading the page and wanting to learn about what it is that is on this page, okay? So out of those 700 people, not all are going to opt in. And bearing in mind that all of these are sample numbers, because you could start out with 10,000 and it might go down to 3,000 or it might go to 9,000 and then beyond. But these are just sample numbers just for the example purpose. So out of those 700, say 300 decide to opt into your page. So you get 300 people opting in, giving you their email address, clicking that button and expecting in return whatever it is that you're offering. It could be, say for instance, we use the example of online training. So say on this page you're offering 4 free videos for people to give you their email address. So these 300 people read the information and say, yeah, I'd like that free training. They give you their email address. Their email address shoots over to your email marketing database. So that could be like in MailChimp or iContact or Aweber or any of those other companies. So say it goes to MailChimp, okay? Well, that's 300 people that have just been added to your email marketing list. So they've come in the funnel. They've kind of been whittled down. So 1,000 come in. 300 are genuinely interested to get this free training. They go over into your email marketing list. So you know that those 300 people were the people that really wanted to know more. Okay, the 700 probably didn't, or maybe your offering was incorrectly positioned, or maybe the page didn't look as good as it could, or any number of those strategic points that we'll cover in terms of user experience, conversion, and so on. But you've got 300 people now in your email marketing list, and that's the important thing. So what we got to do is you normally set up a sequence of emails to that database, your subscribers. Say you've got, could be anything. Let's say you've got 4 emails, okay? So the first one will be, you know, like a welcome to the group type thing. Here's your free training that you wanted. Enjoy. Let me know if you have any queries as you go. All that kind of stuff that you expect when you opt in. Emails 2, 3, and 4, well, what are you going to do in those emails? Why would you have other emails? Well, normally the whole point of creating a funnel, you don't just create an opt-in and give away free training and that's it, and you just let people have it and Well, you do. That's kind of where it goes to this point. But that's not the end of the strategy, because the strategy is conversion and it's to do with business and making money. So you're offering items of value over here. 300 people opt in. What you want to do now is sequence a series of emails. So email 2 will be, you know, thanks for, I hope you enjoyed video 1. Here's video 2 in the series. Here's video 3 in the series. Here's just some fun info about marketing, whatever it might be. Say we do 5 emails. Now say in this 5th email, we include a link. Now you can include links in other emails as well. But for the illustration purposes, say you include a link in your final video. So these people have had 4 free videos with lots of value from you. They've got to know you as a person. You've been kind of communicating through these videos in an indirect way with them. And they've learned a lot. They like it. They like what you're saying. They understand it. It's you know, they're learning a lot. Well, in this final, say this is a final email, you'd probably actually have more, but we'll get there in a later lesson. But say in this email, you have a link. Now, out of your 300 subscribers that you're sending this email sequence to, maybe by email 5, only 150 pick it up. So say we've got 150 here, right? 150 pick it up. I say some of them just read it and they're like, I'm busy, or I'm at work, or the kids are shouting, or they get distracted for some other reason. And as with the start of the funnel, numbers are always getting smaller and smaller as you go through the funnel. So say out of those 150, 50 click on that link, okay? Supposed to say click. I'm writing at a funny angle. So 50 click on that link and they get sent to a sales page. Again, sales page, just like the squeeze page, could be on your website. It could be over to the side using some other software. But they get sent to a sales page, okay? And this sales page has maybe a video up top where you're explaining what you're selling. Maybe it's an online course, maybe it's a product, whatever it might be, obviously related to this free sequence. Because the strategy behind that is, at least then you know that the people who are opting in to that list are going to be interested in your end product. So this is a sales page. You give them a bit of a video about the product that you're selling, and maybe they get a discount. Maybe there's a buy now button or whatever. Now, of the 50 people that started in this funnel, or sorry, out of that came from this funnel, started at 1,000, went down to 700 with people who weren't interested, 300 opted in, went over to your marketing list. By video or email 5, 150 read it, and 50 clicked it. So 50 go over to the sales page and they watch all the stuff on that sales page. Now, things will happen, people will get distracted, their kids will shout, they'll be busy at work, they can't watch it there, they'll lose the link and they won't come back for whatever reason. Out of those 50, say 5 people buy the product. So again, it goes down like 10%. So 5 people buy your product. Now say your product's $1,000. Buy 5. So that is $5,000. And really the end of this kind of mini funnel, the simplest of funnels. Email subscribers come in, they go to your database, you send them some emails, you send them a link, takes them to a sales page, they decide to buy or not. Now as you see here, starts at 1,000, ends up at 5. So 0.5% of people who came into the funnel actually end up buying your product at the end of it. And that's really the way a funnel works. Now this is a very basic funnel, granted. But another thing to bear in mind, which is really important to do with these things, just bear in mind all these calculations, because I'm going to wipe out some of it. Say that the 50 people who clicked in and didn't buy, 5 bought, 45 did not buy. So there are 45 people who viewed this page and for whatever reason decided not to buy. You got to remember, they're still on your email list over there. So they can be targeted with a subsequent follow-up email sequence. Also, there is still another 250 people, if you include the 45, so 300 total, 50 clicked, 5 bought, It actually leaves 295 still on your list who haven't bought yet, but can still be communicated with and talked to. Maybe they were busy the day that you sent the email, they didn't get it. Maybe they went on vacation and didn't actually watch the training videos that you had sent across. Maybe they liked what they saw, but they missed this email. Maybe they got distracted. Maybe they weren't ready to buy. Maybe they just needed a bit more trust built with you as a person, as a business and a brand. But there's still 295 people in your list that didn't buy that initial product. So you can still market to them. So you can create subsequent email lists to those people that maybe give them some more bonuses, you know? Maybe says to them, look, I know you may not have got the course yet. We're running out of time. We're closing down registration. And bearing in mind, this could be for anything. This could be a discount that's offered on a product. This could be like an early bird product launch where you've got a, I don't know, what could we think of? Some sort of gadget, a coffee machine that you're bringing to market, and when it launches fully in 3 months' time, it's going to be $500. Well, as an early bird buyer, you're going to get it for $300. So this sales page doesn't have to be to do with a course. It could be a coffee machine. It could be a physical virtual product. It could be a series of packaged products. It doesn't matter. It's more to do with the functionality, the pieces that are in this part of the puzzle. The funnel starts up here, starts out big, gets smaller, goes to your list, gets smaller again, and then you end up with 0.5% conversion at the end of it. Again, those are all for just illustration purposes, so they may be higher or lower than what you would get if you generate some traffic. And there's all factors in between. You know, it depends on how you've generated the traffic, how well targeted your traffic is if you run a Facebook campaign or a Google campaign or YouTube. It depends how good this page is, how well it's been designed. It depends on what we call the lead magnet here. You know, what are you offering? What are you generating this lead based upon? This course, right? This little free course is your lead magnet in this instance. Okay? And then people opt in to your list. It depends how good your email sequence is, how well it's been written. Depends on what stage you offer that link, or maybe multiple stages throughout the emails. You just throw it in there kind of, you know, in a laid back way. It's just there. And maybe you specify, you know, this early bird purchase is coming to a close in 3 days' time. Gives it a sense of urgency. And then it depends on how many people click, how many people are paying attention, how good this page is, how well put together it is, how well you make your argument for people to buy. All those things just come back to strategy and logic. You know, you've got to think about, right, I'm going to generate 1,000, 10,000. I'm going to apportion a budget of X amount, and this is how I'm going to target people that I know are going to be interested in this product. This is how I'm going to create this page using WordPress, lead pages, ClickFunnels, any of those systems that I recommend. This is the email sequence I'm going to create when I sign up for my MailChimp account. There's going to be the list number 1 welcome email sequence. You know, this is going to be the page I create again, WordPress, lead pages, ClickFunnels, to sell the product. And then I'm going to follow up with a whole other email marketing sequence. I'm going to send some people over to the website. I'm going to, you know, I'm going to offer coupons. We're going to build our strategy out based upon running out of time. So there's only 48 hours now in this in another email. There's 24 hours in the final email, or the second to final. You've got 6 hours to purchase, and then you could write an email following up saying, really sorry you missed it. You know, if you want to be kept informed, go to this page and opt in to be kept notified. So another way to segment your audience. So the people who didn't buy, maybe they're still interested, but they're just not ready to go to that extent. Maybe their coffee machine's fine, or they're not ready to invest in a paid form of training, or whatever the reason might be. But if you get people opting in, say the 295 people who didn't buy, say 160 opt into this new list, well then you know that they really are interested in what you have to offer, and you can follow up with them. And bearing in mind, this isn't a finite approach. This number that starts at 1,000 generated visitors, that can be run all the time in terms of your online advertising, organic traffic coming into the funnel. That could be per day. That could be 1,000 people per day that filters down, and within 5 days it leads to 5 sales. Then the next week it's the same thing, or the next day, or whatever. You know, what you can do is create what's called an evergreen email sequence. So somebody opts in here on a Monday. Well, on the Monday they'll get the welcome. Then the Tuesday they'll get email 2, and maybe the Thursday they'll get email 3. If they opt in on a Tuesday, then it'll just be 24 hours later. But it means that the campaign can always run. It means the sales page can always run. Sorry, the sales page and the opt-in squeeze page can always run. It just means that then you're just generating traffic as and when and how you see fit. So that, in its basic sense, is a funnel. And you can get as complex as you want. You can have multiple sales pages, multiple opt-in pages. You can split your prospects into different segments. You can offer different email sequences depending on which page they opted into, in terms of, you know, squeeze page A, squeeze page B, squeeze page C, depending on the strategy you've put in there, what type of person you think they are, what type of levers you think are going to persuade them to click the buttons in the email sequence, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 5 sequence, and get over here and buy the product. And ultimately that's the strategy, is generate traffic, filter it through the funnel. It gets smaller and smaller, but that's how you know people are interested, and that's why you should never worry. You know, of course you want to optimize conversion rates. You want to get your conversion rates up as high as possible, both in terms of when they come into the funnel, as well as when you send an email, as well as when you go to sell something to people. You just want to be trying to refine and optimize as you go. So you can make it as basic and complex as you like. This is a pretty basic one. It's a little bit messy right now, but the functionality is there. What you would need to create is an ads campaign, a squeeze page, some conceivable offer of value, whether it's 4 videos or a coupon code or whatever it might be. You need to create an email sequence. In that sequence you need to include a link, you need to create a sales page, and you need to fulfill the purchase offer. So you got to make sure that the e-commerce system behind this actually works, and that goes back to my concept of fulfillment mechanics and why it's so important that if 5 people click on that button, you better make sure it works 5 times, because if it doesn't work a few times, then you're down to 3 or 0, and that's not what you want. That's the importance of fulfillment mechanics. So guys, I'll leave it there. I hope that was of help, just as a basic introduction to funnels. But for now, thanks again for joining me. Please let me know any queries you have in the box below the video, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks.